Hey, Ticats fans, it's your digital host, Louie B. A little dressed up today because, if there's a day worth dressing up during quarantine, during lockdown, it is when you get to see your colleague, it's when you get to see your friend, it's when you can see your coach, Orlondo Steinauer, inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, or at least announced as the class of 2021. There he is, Coach O. Coach, it is great to see you, my friend. Congratulations on this tremendous honor.
Thank you, Louie. It is, you stole the word. I know it's overused in these situations, but it's truly an honor for myself, my family, and everybody involved. And of course, an honor to go in with the rest of the class.
Now, again, you've heard about this for a couple of days now, but you've had to keep it under wraps. So I have to imagine you haven't told a whole lot of people yet, but I have to guess that you did tell your girls, your wife, the women in your life. Just take us through that moment for you.
Absolutely. Again, no, I haven't. I've spoke to nobody about it. But when I found out from the committee member that I was going in, it was kind of a random, because it was, maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night. And, it's kind of said, you're in, like, congratulations. And they kind of talked about the process and how hard it was and those type of things. And I just kind of reflected for a second, and, I just kind of took it in. It was just kind of a numb feeling, but good. Anyways, hung up the phone and kind of grabbed the family together and called our daughter FaceTime, our oldest, Kiana, who's away at university, and kind of told them, I got some news for you, because they heard me on the phone. Well, last time I gathered everybody up, I told them we were leaving, basically that it was official. We were going to go to California. And I was going to be the new defensive coordinator at Fresno State. And so when I called them down there on the powwow, they all kind of put my arms around them, and they kind of backed away. I said, I got some news. They backed away, and they go, where are we going? And then actually my middle daughter basically said, where are you going? I'm not going. And I said,
I've done this before. I'm not doing it again. Yeah.
Right. And so I said, no, Dad's going to be in the Hall of Fame. And they were pretty emotional. And it was pretty cool time to share, because this is a time to celebrate everybody else. And, it's just an honor. You don't get into football for this type of recognition and reward. You get into it for the love of the game, Louie, and this just kind of where it ended up. So extremely grateful and honored and excited at the same time.
Yeah, I remember being around that 1999 team in 2019. You guys had a couple opportunities to get together that year, of course, the 20-year anniversary. And I just remember talking to you at the time, and you just talking about the players whose names you didn't, that weren't always household names, right? Everybody knows Danny Mac. Everybody knows Flutie. Like, everybody knows O. But you love talking about those guys. And I have to imagine that this honor is a reflection of the guys you played with and the guys that have come before you, I guess.
That's what it's about. It really is. And I quickly learned in my playing career, as many as personal accolades that piled up and individual awards that happened for me, I quickly realized that how much that it wasn't about me. Yeah, my hard work was paying off for me individually, but when you play a game of football, you're so dependent on the next people. So my mission quickly became is how quickly can I help those around me become the best they can be? How quickly can I get them to not, quote unquote, waste their talent? And that became my mission. At the same time, it helped me elevate my play, and ultimately, was able to have the confetti fall on us. So everybody does know the household names, but it was equally important and satisfying to see the Mike Philbricks and the Mike Campbells and I'll leave so many out, the Dave Hacks and just all the people that Obi Spanics and Jarrett Smiths and those type of people in Hamilton. And I could go through the whole list when I was in Toronto. I know that's a forbidden word, now that we're in the black and gold, but the CFL really is a neat family in general. And to be part of that is amazing.
Yeah, I read something that, it was from the Grey Cup, but I read it recently from Steve Simmons, who wrote that, you admit you were a latchkey kid growing up, right? Like, you were a kid who came home after school. You were a latchkey kid, right? You kind of hung out by yourself. Could you tell you know, like 10-year-old Pop Warner playing Coach O. I guess he wouldn't be Coach O. Little O, we'll call him at the time. Can you tell that kid, like, what do you want to tell him right now, you know, after getting this on?
Man, just have fun. Have fun and play the game. And you kind of weed it out as you grow. So all I would tell anybody is that we played 89ers, and that's real creative for 8 and 9-year-olds. 89ers in Seattle, Washington. And Ron Zuppe and Dick Eicher. Those were my coaches. Names that nobody will ever know about, won't mean anything, but those guys got me started. And they called me O, and my nickname was Fly, because at that time I was one of the fastest people. And I was just a kid that just loved to play, and I loved the orange slices at halftime. And I was one of the kids that was ticked off because Joey was supposed to have the after game snacks, the Capri Suns. And that's what you remember, right? And, you know, I was a pretty good athlete, but then as you grow and you get older and you go to high school, you kind of start saying, I want to keep doing it or I don't. And my encouragement is there's so many things to learn from team atmospheres, and of which I won't go into right now, but it's just so important in the growth and development. And so within that, I'd say just hard work and commitment. Hard work, commitment, and if you love what you're doing and you have hard work and commitment, you have an opportunity to end up where I'm at today.
Well said. 2021 is going to be an incredible year. I think we've all come to expect this. We have the Grey Cup here, even more incredible with your honor with the Hall of Fame. But I mean, just the football aspect of it. How much is it bugging you to be back on the field in any capacity, to be at McMaster? What are you feeling right now? Because all this stuff is going on around us. But I think I know you well enough to know that you'd put all this aside if it meant you could be at McMaster, 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely. You know, that's what you want to do. And I commented on this earlier today that was different. You know, just your body is geared up for this, this action or high, if you will, between May and November. It's been a part of what I've been a part of since 1996. And when you take that, that's a huge void. And so it's different mentally, it's different physically, it's different emotionally, because I'm not a player, and I'm not a position coach, I'm not a coordinator, I'm the head coach. So it's a whole different set of emotions that set in. And so it was rough. I think it was rough on everybody, from, the equipment person to the therapist to everybody and to yourself. Everybody's geared up for something to be happening from May to November, and it didn't happen. And along with the disappointment, there's just the actual day-to-day stuff. So those were jagged pills to swallow, but having gone through it once and understanding that we're in a pandemic and those type of things, of course, Louie, you think I don't want to be out on the football field? I mean, come on, that's, we're all zoomed out, but it is what it is. How are you going to respond to this adversity and these uncontrollable factors in life? So yeah, definitely missing it. And, hopefully we get out there and we play some football this year. And when that happens, we'll be ready. And having gone through it once, I'm at ease, because when it's okay, I know that we're going to get the green light. We'll get ready to roll.
Well, I know you don't do it for the accolades, but I'm sure they're pretty nice, because I see a little trophy there behind you as well. That's proudly on display. Okay, Coach.
I wasn't supposed to be in there. That's not my style.
Yeah, I know.
That's my kids. Not. That's my kids in there, man. That's my kids.
They're sneaking in. Coach,
but you know what? I'm not afraid to show that, because that was that trophy right there. As you see, I got 3/4 of it covered up. I was excited to get that, as you know from hearing me speak about it on that evening, because that is an opportunity to recognize everybody along with the Hamilton Tiger Cat organization. And that's what excited me about that. It was a chance to recognize everybody that helped Hamilton Tiger Cats achieve that award, from the players to Bob Young to Scott Mitchell, like I said, to the therapists and the equipment people, and even the fans. That's an award for everybody.
If your Coach of the Year speech is any preview to your Hall of Fame speech, a lot of name dropping will be happening from you, I'm sure, and rightfully so, and well deserved. Coach O, it's always great to see you. Can't wait to give you a nice, big, socially distanced hug, high five, handshake once we're back at Tim Hortons Field. But thanks for doing
Absolutely.
this, my man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'll look forward to those hugs too, brother.